Hi, this is Michael Uslan. You're listening to Batman on Film.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore!
Yeah, 220, 221, whatever it takes.
What's going on here?
You son of a bitch.
In the shadows we die, where the Gotham lights shine bright. Talking all things Batman, living for the fight. Jett's got the stories and the laughs to unfold, with the Cape Crusader tales that our legends retold. Every episode's a thrill, like we're racing through the night. Join the social hour where our passion ignites. It's comfortable and right with us through the dark and the light. The social hour's calling. Let's take flight tonight.
Welcome to the Social Hour, a Batman on Film podcast. Batman-on-film.com. Do not forget the dashes. I mention it every time. Pete Boudin Pockets Vera had just some really bad situation and experience when he forgot the dashes once, and I let him tell that story. But yeah, this is Social Hour. Ron Lauer's here, senior BOF contributor. Ron Lauer, how are you?
Hello. Those at Ramey. I'm good. I'm doing good. I forgot the dashes, and it was a big twist because I ended up in New Jersey at a cookout. It was crazy. At a crawfish boil sponsored by the Wayne Foundation. It was wild.
So, like
wrong turn at Albuquerque.
like I did 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Ron made the pilgrimage to New Jersey, North Jersey, to celebrate Pete Vera's birthday with the what he calls the Wayne Foundation crawfish boil. And it's more than just a crawfish boil. It's a cookout as well. Not a barbecue. It's a cookout.
Not a barbecue.
Okay. Barbecue. If you go to a barbecue, there needs to be barbecue there. Cooking hot dogs and hamburgers is not barbecue. That's a cookout. Okay. I'm gonna say that again. It's a cookout. All right. Anyway, I want to hear about this. I have not heard about it. It's first time.
All right. So I'm speaking to someone who has also been a guest to this before.
Yeah.
Now, it's no secret that Pete has Italian heritage.
Yeah. Did you surprise him?
I did. He did. He had no idea.
Okay.
Now, I was told by a really close buddy of his, of like, Pete enough by now, that he's not going to like jump up and down and scream and hoot and holler and be like, oh my gosh, or anything like that. It's like, it's going to be so downplayed. The more downplayed it is, the more he's crapping his pants about it.
Yeah.
I think Pete, he downplayed it pretty good. Yeah. Huh? You're here? You came from Indiana? You're here?
Yeah.
What? Like, it's total. Huh?
I have mine on video.
I got mine on video. It's a long one. Yeah, I made sure because I showed my lady your video.
Yeah.
And she was asking about that too. She's like, "So where do you want me to record it, don't you?" And I said, "Oh yeah." And I think it's got to be a BOF standard now. If any BOFers go to that,
I'm about to say that
got to record
it. It has to be recorded, and it's got to be that needs to be on BOF. We got to put that on BOF. Okay.
I'll run it by him, make sure he's good with it, because it's not that there's anything inappropriate, but so surprised him, and then we were there early before most people like got there, but the food was done. It was start time and all that. And so, more food was being brought out, and man, he said, he was like, man, I knew something was up, because the night before he'd sent me a picture that he was gonna cooking ribs or smoking ribs in Mountain Dew Code Red. So he sent me the picture of that, and I was just like, that's wild. And he was like, Lauer, I was saying something about Mountain Dew, and I was cooking meat in Mountain Dew, and all I got was, that's wild. Like, what? And I was like, well, I couldn't overplay my hand, Pete. And so yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, Bill, this was not just like a cookout. Like this was a smorgasbord.
Yeah.
There was so much food, and that was just round one before we even got to the boil. And because I've said to you, I'm pretty open on eating a lot of things, but I'm also like hesitant on eating things too, and I haven't broadened
Yeah.
my horizons. And by golly, I tried some seafood. Crawfish, which I have that too. Pete showing me how to do crawfish 'cause never had it before. One of his pals showed us how to eat crab legs, and then I ate mussels and scallops. Had it
Yeah.
all. For someone who loves his fruity pebbles, this is quite a quite a journey outside the comfort
Okay. I
zone.
I know there's people going crawfish boil in New Jersey. You don't put that together. Okay. Um, as someone who is a quarter Cajun, and who's had a lot of crawfish and been part of crawfish boils, have put on crawfish boils. Pete does it legit. It's a legit Cajun style crawfish boil. So it gets my
Yeah,
approval.
he had some friends there that were like, we go down to New Orleans, I think every single
Yeah.
year, and they're like, where you eat the authentic, they know what they're doing, food, and they're like, this is, I think even better than that. Like, so you're trying the stuff for the first time, you're trying like the best of the best. And I think I
Because
was really
yeah,
wowed by. I didn't expect him to half-ass anything, not at all. Pete
because
knows how
yeah,
to make his
because
food, but
because people who a lot of where the mistake is made is we're going to do a crawfish boil, and they just boil the crawfish in water, throw them into a cooler, and then put
mhm.
the seasoning on top and slam. Hope that seasoning. No, no, no. It's got to go in the boil. It's got to go in the boil, and it's got to be done right. It's got to have the right
I can't
seasonings,
wait to
right
go to
stuff in there.
a cookout now back here in Indiana sometime and just go up and just
Yeah,
totally judge what their process is and be like, you guys don't know what you're doing.
yeah,
I've been to a real cookout, okay?
yeah, yeah,
We were there for a long time. We had a lot of good food, a lot of good people there, talking. And that was like a big thing that I was saying to Pete too. It's just like, man, everybody there. And I mean, it was a good gathering. It's not like it's five people. It's a
yeah,
pretty big gathering, and everybody's extremely nice and very open and talking and inviting and everything. Because you know this, you've been there. It's like
yeah,
I'm stepping into their territory because
yeah.
they all know each other. They've done this a few years in a row and everything like that. And everybody was extremely nice. It was a really good time. And the
I
weather was
did it
perfect.
up. Um, I really I upped the Texan in me.
Oh,
When I
good.
went, I wore a Dallas Cowboy Hawaiian shirt right there in the middle of
Excellent.
Giants country. And you go just a little further south, it's Eagles country. So I'm right in, Jersey's got this weird half and
Yeah.
half thing, And
Yeah.
then I do not wear a cowboy hat, but I bought a very nice cowboy hat and I wore
Just for
it.
that.
The video's on BOF. It's on the YouTube page. You can find it. Pete did cuss when he saw me because he's here. He's fucking here. But it was the reaction was pretty similar to yours, I think, just from you describing it. So I'm looking forward to seeing
He wasn't dressed like
seeing.
King Tut when I got there.
No, he was not. Okay,
He was dressed like
okay,
King Tut with you.
yeah, yeah. And
Yeah. And
me. I mean, I am merely Bill Ramey, the founder of Batman on Film. So let me get that out of the way here. And this is episode number 224, the Social Hour. Let's ride, let's ride, let's ride, ride. Okay, go ahead. Let's ride. Finish up that story. That's so good times had by all, huh?
yeah, good times had by all. Food was delicious. He did not. So he bought, but cooked. So I said burgers, chicken, which they had like an Italian seasoning
Yeah.
on that. Seasoning on that, it was delicious. The Mountain Dew Code Red ribs, I had seconds on that.
Okay. Did
And
he? Let me ask you about this because
mhm,
Me and Pete talk barbecue.
yeah,
That's another thing he does well. You don't think about smoking a brisket or doing smoked barbecue in New Jersey, but Pete knows how to do it.
yep.
Did he soak them? Did he brine the ribs
He did not tell me his process. They were done, but it looked
Mountain
like
Dew?
there was a pan. Like the picture is
Yeah.
like he had a pan, and actually I should be able to find it, and I can show you. But he had a pan and it was just like, red. And I wonder if he put that at the bottom of the smoker, maybe. Like he sent me pictures of when he's, done smoked the meats and stuff over the years. And so I've seen the smoker. So I actually got to go there in
I
person
got to
and
ask
touch
him
it. That was a
about
big
this
deal.
because I'm thinking I've done this before. I've brined in either Dr. Pepper, I've brined in Coke before, Coca-Cola. Of course, everything's a Coke in Texas. That's a different
Yeah.
conversation. But yeah.
So that's what he sent me.
Okay.
So it's like in a pan in the,
Yeah.
like, I think that's the smoker.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Okay.
I don't know the
Okay.
process of how he
I
made
got
that,
it.
made that
I'll
happen.
see if he'll give me a
He'll pick his
secret.
mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then let's see.
You know what? I can make a
kielbasa
barbecue
sausage.
Yeah. I can make a
Kielbasa
barbecue sauce out of that Mountain Dew.
Yeah, and I think you
Yeah.
should because it's the right thing to do.
Because I've done Dr. Pepper barbecue sauce. Well, this
He,
is straight up cooking with BOF. So
yeah, I've never gotten to
Yeah.
do one of these because I pour milk
Yeah.
on cereal. That's as crazy as I get. So
yeah.
so it felt good too to actually, not to be some old timer because
Yeah.
I'm going to turn 40 later this year or whatever. But it was like, it was good. We were outside for like 9 hours.
Yeah.
No, it didn't. Phones were out to take pictures only, and it was good
Yeah.
eating, conversation. It was just a good hang.
I got there early as well. I was probably about the same time as you and stayed. It was turning dark, good 8-9 hours. And the party was still going on when I left.
We did not expect to stay until midnight. And that's when we left, and there were still people there.
Yeah.
It was good stuff. What was I gonna add though? Oh, I got to see his long box collection.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
It's pretty good amount. I knew Pete did the work.
Yeah.
I know Pete does the work, and I always
Yeah.
say he does the work. He's got the proof for any doubters. He does the work. And then on top of it, and this will be the last one. We got our first Wawa experience. I've never been to a Wawa. I don't know if you've ever heard of Wawa.
No.
Okay. It's a fancier like I think just gas station chain, but they've got people there making like hot food for you 24/7 as well.
Okay.
We stopped and we got some donuts at midnight because we had a little drive for us. We were like, let's get some donuts, and those donuts were delicious. So there you go, the old Wawa. So now we just got to get to Buc-ee's somehow. Never been to Buc-ee's.
I was about to say it sounds like a Buc-ee's, but Buc-ee's is a whole different animal.
Yeah, from what I've seen of Buc-ee's, it is not. So I don't want that expectation. But
yeah,
Wawa's people know, like, oh yeah, stop at Wawa, you get gas. They've got hot, fresh food. It's a gas station, but they've got a counter for you and a menu and everything for you to order food, and they'll make it for you hot and fresh right there too.
I don't
But
know.
We didn't go that crazy.
Are you paying any attention to the World Cup?
Little. I got to see
Okay.
U.S. lose to Turkey.
Okay. They, one of the sites is here. It's in Dallas. It's well, it's in Irving. It's in Irving. I won't go back in time to Texas Stadium. It's in Arlington, AT&T Stadium, but it's just called Dallas Stadium for this. They even had to hide all the AT&T logos and stuff.
Really?
Same thing with all at MetLife.
Oh.
They're having it up in New Jersey in MetLife. I guess where the final is. They had, if it's not FIFA, a FIFA
sponsored, affiliated, or something. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to anyway. These teams. There's a couple of teams that are headquartered in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and they were just freaking out about Buc-ee's, going to Buc-ee's, and couldn't believe. I think even down like they have games in the Houston area down there too, and there's you can find Buc-ee's, and they're going there and go, oh my God, this is a gas station. What is this? It's just, Buc-ee's is the whole thing. All right, let's get to some Batman here.
Oh man, we're gonna take people off. How many minutes are we into this? We haven't talked Batman yet. Oh my goodness, is Batman related?
They'll email me and go,
could you put a time step on it? I can pass up this witty banter. And I'm like,
just fast forward.
Yeah, sure. I'll get right to it.
Yeah,
I'll get to it. 2037.
I was telling you before we started recording that haven't heard much. Things that they got it buttoned down pretty good. They are like filming big
They're
time.
filming.
They're like working, and nothing has come out. I haven't seen any set pics except for that. Like that was some second unit stuff a month ago.
Maybe the World Cup did them a favor.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a lot of
well,
attention on the World Cup,
definitely,
and it's just kind of like,
that's
I don't got time for
good.
Batman.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sounds crazy to me, but maybe.
So since we last convened here, I guess we can talk about Matt Reeves. Social media. Matt Reeves was back, and he posted a picture on his Twitter of see part of the monitor. He likes to throw those monitors in the background things with a Robert Pattinson Batman Funko Pop and a clock at 8:12 a.m. in this picture. And of course, they're saying what, Ryan? What does it mean?
What does it mean?
What does it mean?
I always, I tell you every time on here, like it's the Jack Skellington Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
What does it mean?
Yes. So, what does it mean? Does it mean anything, or did he just throw it up? I'm just going to put up some nonsense here and see what
It means
how
something
people
that
react.
we'll have no idea.
Yeah,
we have no idea. I thought it meant maybe something was coming up at 8:12 a.m. That's what my mind went to. And then a lot of 8:12 a.m.s have come and gone since then and not a thing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, well, that wasn't it.
I've had people, pull out 8:12, 8, and the numbers mean something in terms of Batman comic books. All kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Robert Pattinson's Funko Pop there. I thought maybe on the monitor that you don't see, there's Robert. He's shooting. Batman's in costume. Robert Pattinson's in costume. It's Batman. They're shooting something with Batman. I don't. Who in the hell knows? But probably we'll figure it out. It means he is very detailed, and I think everything does mean something. We just may not be in on it as of yet.
When we see the movie, then we'll be able to look at those casting gifs, and we'll be able to be like, I know what this means.
Yes, like he told us who was in the cast of the Batman with when he went to that 60s Batman TV series exhibit and had the costumes, and there you go. Official logo was revealed. Shocker. Looks just like the official logo for the first movie. Same color scheme.
Crazy stuff.
Yeah, just the bat, just with part two now,
so,
and then
let me see here. This is my OCD coming into play. I know there's reasons for yada yada yada, but 89, the bat symbol marketed everywhere was not the bat symbol on Batman's suit. For the Dark Knight trilogy itself, that symbol was not the symbol on the Begin suit. I'm trying to think if I think it was, so the symbol in the marketing for Begins was not the same on the suit. There's reasons. People go find them yourself. There's reasons, yada, yada, yada. Those are my only little bugaboos when it comes to symbols and on the suit and them not, I don't know.
Yeah.
So it's not, I was not like, oh, yes, thankfully it's the same symbol or anything like that. It's just like oh, cool. The symbol in the marketing matches the symbol on the suit. It's so dumb. It does not matter at all. But to me, it's like, that is just, I don't know. It's one thing. It's just one little thing. Like, it doesn't match. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not blue for Mr. Freeze.
Yeah. That's pissed some people off, I'm sure.
Yeah. Literally, it did piss people off. So,
bless their hearts, right?
Look, yes, I always figured it was going to be red, because the Penguin, its logo, same font, same color as the Batman, and this is just the next part of the saga.
Yeah.
And only thing, I guess they added the DC Studios logo. up there, which kind of looks out of place to me because it's.
I think it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Then you're with.
it
Okay.
looks
Yeah.
I think it looks out of place. Period. Like I'm looking at my Dark Knight Rises, Batman Begins posters, and it doesn't have a Warner Brothers Pictures film at the very top in the black. It doesn't. So it's just.
You feel
Whatever.
like they're kind of trying to hammer home that fact a little bit too much with because everything that's announced DC that's from DC Studios, be it
I could see that.
animation.
And some would say like, well,
yeah,
that's I know people could say like, well, that's what companies do. Like their work, they put it on there, and it's like, but think of a show on TV. HBO will do it, but it's like I don't know, it's their channel.
yeah.
I'm gonna say I don't know. Yes, I think so. In short,
yeah. Okay,
let's keep it short there. Yeah, I think so.
We'll say also, we talked about this on a prior episode about under the banner, under the title of what if they aren't playing who we think they are. And I'm not going to mention specifics here, but there have been there's been a leak about two of the characters aren't playing who we thought they were. And I will say that I knew whether this was true or not. I'm trying to be very vague here. I knew whether it was true or not way before it leaked. And I think you can confirm that without confirming it. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
And yeah.
Let me say this. I'll let you say whether you are or not. But I'll say, because you're not an asshole.
Yeah.
You didn't say anything.
No.
Because that's part of the ride and the experience.
Yeah.
Is to see if something is confirmed or not when you're watching the damn movie in a theater.
Yes.
Not have somebody tell you beforehand whether something is true or not.
I like to have a little fun, with some winks and nods, but I just not gonna straight up come out and spill the beans. It's not my place to do it.
Yep.
And I have a whole rant on it, on Batman on Film, on an op-ed. You can find it there. But I just think I've said it before, I think there's something to the mystery here. I'm saying, well played, Matt Reeves and company. Keep at it. I think we're in for a lot of surprises. And I think the whole movie is nothing like what the internet thinks it was. Which, of course, as you know, Ryan, they're just simply remaking The Dark Knight, right?
Obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Tongue hard pressed in cheek. Anyways.
Yeah. And they're going back to the long Halloween well again. If they do something new, no, I think it's going to blow people's minds. But yes, goodness. It is part of the fun. So let's just ride it out. Hopefully when the movie gets here. Yes, right. Hopefully when the movie gets here, some of these surprises. I went to breakfast yesterday with my I say boys, they're 25 and 29, but
you know what? Anyway. As a parent, you will always say like, I think you'll always say my boys, like my kids, and even if it could be Micah in their 60s.
Micah was asking me, questions about the movie, and I was just like, I think this movie's gonna just blow people away. And I was talking like the more like now that they're filming, like for example, people who are going to make merchandise for this movie, they've already got all the details. You know what I mean? Because they have to have, whoever Scarlett Johansson is playing, if she's going to be a Funko Pop, they got to start working on those well in advance. They don't wait till the movie comes out, then all of a sudden they just make them and they're out. It's process and all. Think about all the merchandising that goes along with a Batman movie. So my point is, the more people who get involved, and you outsource to special effects houses and things like that, the more people who get involved, the more people who know about the movie, and the more shit can get out, So hopefully there's some twists and turns and secrets that we won't know until we see the movie.
Yeah.
I'll say maybe I'm an anomaly, but
you are an
Blake
anomaly, Bill.
Yes, well, that is goes without saying. But it comes to The Dark Knight Rises, John Blake didn't see the Robin thing, and I look back and go, I should have saw that coming. But I'm glad I didn't see it coming. I didn't see it coming because I went, oh, Robin,
Yeah.
No one did Robin, his version of Robin. So I want that kind of surprise again. A lot of people with Begins didn't know the Ra's al Ghul Ducard twist. Did you know it going in?
I did.
You did?
And it's my own fault.
I did too.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, I read the script when it got leaked. That's my bad.
I read it was like, I can picture it now. I can't tell you like what exactly it was, but like online, and somebody had done like a bullet points thing on things. And I was a dumb kid. Okay.
Yeah.
I was only 18. I didn't know. I was so excited. I had no self-control, but I did learn it after that of like,
But like Hobby didn't know. We talked about that before.
Good for him.
I think. Yeah. And he was like, it was like, that was awesome. I was like, it was awesome. I wish I had been, got the awesome, but I ruined it for myself. So I hope there's some of that.
Yeah.
The Miranda Tate thing,
Yeah. It seemed too
obvious.
Yeah. For us in the know.
Yeah.
It
Probably
just
for
seemed
general
right.
audience. And then on the other hand, general audience maybe had no idea who Talia is.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Exactly.
and so
Yep.
So I hope we have some of that in this movie. And even more
I would bet
impactful.
money, and I'm not a gambler. I would bet money that there will be
Monopoly
surprises.
money.
Of course. But there will be surprises. Anybody who goes into a movie and says, I knew this, I knew they were gonna do this, like, you didn't know shit.
Yeah.
We'll have some surprises.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't wait when the movie comes out. I want to see where all they're remaking the Dark Knight people.
Yeah, we can do a
they're gonna
shot by
say
shot
then.
analysis.
Yep, for sure. All right. Got some Batman animated news. I think that's about it with the Batman Part 2 right now, which is a good thing. Hey, if it's quiet, that means things are going good and nothing's getting spoiled and nothing's getting leaked and blah blah blah. The thing about let me tell you, I'll say it again. It's easy. The easy thing is to reveal spoilers and leaks and leak it. It's hard not to. It's harder not to, because there's part of you. There's a little part of, when you know something, you want to go, I know something that not many people know, and I want people to know that I know.
I do understand that of like, I want some credibility, but I don't want to be some kind of a-hole about it. But it's like, I would like some people deserve it more than others, and some people, the ones that deserve it, it's like, well, I kind of want my share of like, I did know this. And I think some people can't hold on to it and keep it quiet, and are doing it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
When they say it out loud.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I'm with you. I'm with you. All right. A lot of animated Batman news.
Yeah.
Batman Cape Crusader got a trailer and poster. Season 2, I should say. Season 2 of Batman Cape Crusader got a trailer and poster. What was your thoughts? Poster is just, it was the poster, it's kind of like the one that we got for season 1 where it's Batman, and then there's little shadowy hints of the villains who are going to be in the episodes of season 2. I thought it was a cool little poster.
Yeah, so that one was done by Mitch Gerrits. He's done a lot of work with Tom King. Um, and because I know he posted about it, and he said that he did the key art for it.
Okay.
Yeah, that poster for it, and I thought it was really good. I would not. I thought it was a little different than his like usual stuff. So I
Mm-hmm.
thought it was really cool, and I like the silhouette of of the villains around
Mm-hmm.
too. Where I think only one is. I mean, you can put the pieces together, but right away you can say the one is Harley Quinn, but then the others, it's like, huh? Like you gotta lean in a little bit closer.
Yeah.
But kind of like you said too, it wasn't, and I don't mean this negatively. It wasn't like, oh my God, look at this new poster, Bill. Wah! But that one says
Yeah.
new season July 29th. And I thought that we'd heard everything saying that it was July 31st.
All the press releases say July 31st.
Yeah. So
So I don't
then
know.
poster says
Well,
29th. I don't know. It's 2 days. I think whatever.
yeah.
But back to your original point. Yeah, I thought it was
How are you
cool.
going to watch that? You going to binge all of them
No.
all at once? Okay.
Nope. Because I think I'd said somewhere before I did that with the first one and it was fun, but I don't know. Like I know as it got on, I could feel that I'm getting a little restless and I need to kind of get up and whatever. And I'm like, I don't want to feel that while watching. So I don't know how I'll space it out. I definitely won't do only one episode a day, but also when it drops, we'll have family visiting from out of town. The day, if it's the 29th, we won't be home. So I won't even get to watch any of it on the 29th if that's the case. So it's going to be spread out somehow because we're going to be really busy at that time anyway.
Yeah.
Which might be a good thing, I'll be full on like excited to get to watch just like one episode at a time even.
I trying to figure out how I'm going to cover this.
Hmm.
Um my first thoughts was like, okay, they all come at once. I'll watch one a week and do a podcast on each episode. But then you get to like, is it still, since they're all dropping them at one time, it take a couple of months to get through. If I do an episode a week, is it still relevant?
Hmm.
2 months after it drops. So maybe half and half, maybe I don't know. I'm thinking about it still. So I'm gonna get BOF guys involved, of course,
Yeah.
with that. But that's to be determined how we're gonna do it. But we will cover it. We're gonna cover.
Hmm.
I'm a huge fan of season 1. Only the 2 episodes out of all of them, or I was kind of like, yeah. The other I thought were really good. I'm looking forward to this. We've got the Joker. Looks like they're going with the 1940 Batman #1 type inspired Joker, which that's the comic book which the Joker made its debut. So yeah, want to see what
So they
this
showed
Joker's all about. And yeah.
I saw some, and it was, fan site accounts. It wasn't coming from trades or anything, but they taken some screenshots and saying, what do you think of the new villains coming up in season 2? And it was saying, this one's the Riddler, Firefly. The woman in the trailer, seen with Riddler, they said that was Poison Ivy. The bat-like figure, they said, Man Bat confirmed. And I pushed back on that. Was
Yeah.
what about that woman says that's Poison Ivy?
Yeah.
And also, I don't know if she kissed Riddler or something, but there's at least like showing her with Riddler, and I thought he had and I'm blanking on it. I don't know at the time. I don't think at the time in the 40s, but Riddler worked with a female accomplice, as a unit, and then the bat. When I saw that the first one, I didn't think Man Bat confirmed. I thought, oh, this is like Scarecrow effects.
Yeah.
That's what I thought right away. I didn't think that there's an oversized
That's
bat.
actually what I thought. Yeah, I didn't think Man
Yeah.
Bat. So
I mean, if so, whatever. I
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
Man Bat episodes and Batman cartoons. I'm trying to think, I think I mentioned when we talked about this before, I was glad to see Harley Quinn was back because that might have been my favorite episode of season one. Um, even her color scheme being different and she's different, it doesn't bother me because it seems pretty in line with the character of Harley Quinn. Um, I feel like there's somebody else. Oh, I didn't. Did you think Mad Monk? It's a very quick shot when the Riddler's saying, "I want him dead, dead,
I
dead," and
thought
then there's like a quick of a guy in like a red robe up like this and followers with their hands up.
I
And I
did
thought,
that, and then I thought Deacon Blackfire, but it's not really Deacon Blackfire ish
doesn't seem.
enough.
No, I don't think so either. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
I'm going very bluntly. It's a guy in like a red cloak. But
yeah,
like the time period matches up, that could
yeah,
totally be a
yeah,
story of this time. And as
yeah,
we both know, we love that story. The
yeah,
original's fine, but the Matt Wagner version is the shit. Um
yeah.
yeah, and I just thought that, and I had somebody reach out to me and they were like, "Oh man, is Mad Monk gonna be in it?" And I said, "That's what I thought. Glad to see I wasn't alone
Mm-hmm.
here.
Yeah,
That'd be cool."
yeah. I like uh, the Matt Wagner version. I like, Batman and the Mad Monk. I like better than the
Hmm.
original. I do like the original. Original's pretty cut and dry, with supernatural, vampire, all that. There's always with the Matt Wagner one, it's kind of ambiguous, you know?
Hmm.
Um,
You can go either way you want to with it. I think that's
yeah,
how he plays it out. And I
yeah,
definitely go toward it. He's not a vampire. It's just some
yeah.
Looney
It's
Tune.
like cultish type
Yep.
thing. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, and maybe do you get the feeling that the Joker's kind of a lurking in the
Yes.
background character for this second season?
Yeah, because they use a shot too of when I forget who it is that says something about the city and how it's acting, and you're seeing from the backside of a bunch of people running on the streets. But
Mm-hmm.
I thought that their complexion, and this seems ridiculous, followed by the next shot, which is people in Gotham. It's like their skin looks a lot whiter, and somebody even does have like big smiles as they're running
Mm-hmm.
too. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So this is just editing. Um, it's editing, but like these people have been Joker gassed.
Mm-hmm.
So cool. And then, yeah, don't show me. I don't need to see anything else. I didn't need to see the trailer. I'm already in, but of course they release it. I'm going to watch it. But I hope that Joker has like kind of a looming presence, maybe similar to how Harvey Dent Two-Face in the first season. Harvey Dent was involved all the way. It wasn't until the very end that we got,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
boom, like Two-Face is the star of these
Mm-hmm.
last two episodes. Maybe that with Joker. And maybe that's all he'll get. Maybe he'll survive and be in season 3 if they do it.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out. It's almost July,
Can I ask you,
and
do you
yeah,
get bugged by people that will then be like, you could see it in those maybe interviewing or talking to cast and crew leading up to this and be like, so what do you think? Is there going to be a season 3? Do you get
yeah,
bugged by that? Yeah, I do too.
yes, yeah.
Like season 2 is not even
Can we
out.
watch? Can we? Yeah, can we watch season 2?
Hmm.
We got a poster and a trailer. I mean, come on.
It was like the blow up of Daniel Craig. Was it after? Oh man, what was the movie after Skyfall? Uh, Spectre, his Bond movie,
Mm-hmm.
and they're asking him about that. Like, could you come back for another one? And he was like, and he said something about like his reaction to it. Then, of course, got blown up, taken the wrong way. And he's like, I'm just saying, like, as soon as you get done finishing a marathon, you're greeted at the marathon finish line with, "Hey, you would you ever do another one?" It's like, holy crap, can I just recover from what I just did?
Yeah, yeah,
Or even talk about another one. And I totally agree with that. So it bugs the hell out of me. People ask those
yeah.
questions.
Well, when Matt Reeves was doing press for the Batman in 2022, um, that's where that Mr. Freeze shit started, because he's doing press for the Batman that's not out yet,
Hmm.
and someone asked, "Hey, you want to do Mr. Freeze in the sequel? Can you do Mr. Freeze?" And he gives this, hypothetical of, "Yeah, I like Mr. Freeze," and I'm paraphrasing, and it's
Yeah.
if we can find a way to do it that fits in this world, blah blah blah. And then people immediately ran with Mr.
Yeah.
Matt Reeves finds a way to do Mr. Freeze, wants to do it in the sequel, and then people read it and believe it, and then that's where the whole Mr. Freeze thing, and
So dumb.
the blue logo, and
it's dumb.
going to be in the winter, so it's got to be Mr. Freeze, and I'm like, he never said Mr. Freeze was in the sequel, and
Yeah.
the movie's not even out. It's on the verge of being out. Can you watch this damn movie first before you start talking about the same thing?
All right. Yep. All right. Same page.
All right. So got Crusader season 2 coming, and there's going to be two more upcoming Batman, one Batman series, animated series, and one Batman adjacent animated series. Joker, it's the Joker Laugh Riot. It's anime. Let me find the synopsis here. Let's see here. Okay. So all we've got is a title card. Joker Laugh Riot. It's been listed as been given the green light. Jim Craig serves as executive producer with hang on here. Yasuhiro, I'm butchering this. Aoki. Sorry, Mr.
Yasuhiro Aoki. Yeah.
Okay. Is directing, coming from Warner Brothers Animation, DC Studios, and Sola Entertainment. When Batman is murdered, the Joker launches a ruthless crusade through Gotham's underworld to find the killer who took away his greatest adversary. Excuse me. But his violent quest for answers pushes him closer towards vigilante than villain. The Joker is forced to confront the truth that without Batman, he doesn't know who he is. What do you think?
You know what? Our mutual friend, Tim Sheridan, is working on this. Who's Tim Sheridan? Some people might say. He wrote Batman: The Long Halloween parts 1 and 2. He's also done a lot of other animation work, but that obviously is the one thing that I like to remind him is the greatest thing he'll ever do with his career, past or present, future.
Yeah.
He's involved in this as producer. I definitely feel like more than just a producer on this. So it could say, Ryan, you're just being biased. No, I think that the anime part, I'm not a big anime guy. Batman Ninja is strange, but at the end of that first movie, it's like they're in Gotham City, and I'm like, now give me anime in Gotham City, like that, because I think anime is really like different and really really good animation. It's just the stories kind of go too out there for me to love and whatever. So the anime part is one for me. I'm like, okay, to be determined. The premise of the story, because I saw some wild reactions to this. I think the premise of the story makes total sense. I'm not saying I knew, like, I've been waiting for this. I know this. No, none of that. It's just essentially Joker. He does, like, what is Joker without Batman? He's Batman's biggest fan. The Batman animated series episode, The Man Who Killed Batman, has Sid the Squid. Joker ends up wanting to kill that guy because that guy killed Batman. If anybody's going to kill Batman in Joker's eyes, it needs to be Joker. Joker kind of doesn't want to kill him either because he's too much fun, as Heath Ledger said in The Dark Knight.
Yes.
So for this, somebody apparently has killed Batman, and Joker's going to go, who did it? And it starts to think of, like, who is he without Batman? I think that makes so much sense. Look at the White Knight story is about Joker and Batman. Like, I think that's a really good premise. And I like they're not going for stock, what's the cheapest kind of animation. They're going to an anime house, to do something really cool and different with it. And I totally applaud all of that. And there's reactions of, so you said a Batman adjacent show. And so people said another Batman thing without Batman and blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, Harley Quinn did 4 seasons of that, and that was highly regarded. People loved that show. I didn't expect to see Batman and Harley Quinn because it was called Harley Quinn. The Joaquin Phoenix Joker movies I didn't expect to see Bruce Wayne or Batman in that. We did see Bruce Wayne in it. I was like, oh, okay, but it was about Joker. Like, we've had instances of this. It's just, it's not relying on Batman. So you shouldn't rely on Batman being in there because he's not in the title. It's a Joker story. I think it makes total sense. I don't think it's some kind of cheap cash cow. I think it's kind of like I think it's a cool idea. I like the premise.
The premise,
And maybe I won't
can
like
see,
it when I see it.
I can see the pit. Here's, I get the like, I get the people being leery of. We've kind of seen this before. What was it? Gotham Knights? Was that show? Batman's dead. What? I don't know. I didn't watch that, but
I don't even know the premise of it because I just thought it looked bad.
Yeah.
Sorry, Steve Helm.
Yeah. But it was. I get the apprehension, but when Joker was announced, the Joaquin Phoenix, and it was, Joker or a Joker origin story, I was like, I don't want to see how the Joker comes to be. And then I saw the movie and thought it was brilliant. Joker 2, not so much.
No.
But that's a movie that never needed to be made and shouldn't have been made. But that's a whole different other topic. Because I think it took away from what was so great about Joker. Anyway, I'm not getting off on a Joker tangent here, but I get it. So I'm not a huge anime guy, so I'm gonna have to get used to that aesthetic when it comes out. But yeah, I think the premise, I'm gonna take it like, if this is a one-off limited series, I can see this working and kind of just take it like a graphic novel. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And because I don't see, this something, the premise just seems it's like it's limited in scope and story to where you wouldn't have this for multiple seasons of the Joker
65
going
episodes.
Really? Huh.
No. I'm saying like it doesn't seem like it's something that's 65 episodes. No.
Okay, I thought you were saying
like
it's got 65 episodes ordered. I was going, oh God.
You know what we should do when it's going to get released, and if we can ask some people, we can ask Tim. So Tim, is there going to be a season 2?
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, we'll give it a shot. We haven't seen anything from it.
Title card.
So yeah, just a title card.
Logo,
so
whatever.
We shall see. But hold on. HODE. Another Batman series announced with Batman. Absolute Batman is being adapted into a animated series. And let me find.
See, now if Batman's not in this series, then I totally understand people getting pissed off.
Yeah. Let's see. It is, of course, Absolute Batman, the comic book. Huge hit. Written by Scott Snyder, art by Nick Dragotta. Here's the official description of this series. Absolute Batman boldly reinvents the Batman mythos for a new generation of fans, reimagining the Dark Knight as a working class hero up against impossible odds and the most terrifying foes ever, on a mission to prove that even in an era of wealth, power, and corruption, one good person can change the world. No manor, no money, all Batman. When you take away the manor, the money, the advantages, what you're left with is something absolute. This series is being listed as in development and for an adult audience. Scott Snyder will serve as executive producer and showrunner, with Dragotta as a producer. And it says TBA when it is where it's going to air. So I guess they're shopping it around as we speak. I'm a fan of the
somewhere. Sorry, that was like this series purely is existing to drive Peter Vera crazy. I was in there somewhere.
Oh, well, in my story?
No. I was just saying that then they also released that line, but yours too.
And I did. Somewhere old Boudin Pockets is having an episode. That's how I ended that story. So I'm going, hell yeah. Okay. because I like the comic book series. I review it for Batman on Film. There's been 2 issues I didn't really care for so far out of what we had 21, 22, 220, 221, ever takes.
There you go.
I told you that
There
wasn't
you go.
going anywhere. Okay. You're kind of in the middle
Mhm.
on Absolute Batman.
Um,
Have you moved it more toward the pro or con aspect of it, or like or dislike, or where you sit?
I'd be in the like camp. Uh, but it still has bugaboos for me.
I have one pet peeve about it is the overuse of the nicknames of just one syllable, like Mar and Har and constantly, and it's like everyone, it's in everyone. You can see like maybe it's a quirk of one person,
Yeah.
but it's like everybody does it.
Yeah, I
That's
think
my
it's
only. That's my nitpick.
from
It
the
may not
get-go. I
bother
thought that was
others.
annoying.
Yeah,
That one definitely. I think I don't know. I don't need to go down the rabbit hole of that, but I'm with you of this current arc with Scarecrow. I think Scarecrow's the best thing that Snyder has done
yeah.
for the series. Um, and then he didn't even have him in the recent episode or issue. I think
That's this last episode I reviewed. I went, okay, I'm going with the Scarecrow thing, and then it's all of a sudden this.
yeah, it's like
Back to
there's
the
a chapter
Robin
missing.
stuff. Yeah. And
Um,
what I do like about the Scarecrow thing, I don't know how you feel, is what's real, what's not here.
yep.
You know?
Yeah, because it seems like some pretty extreme stuff that's also like,
Yeah.
but it's still going on. I hope it's real. Um, yeah, because as much as I like stuff that episode Over the Edge of the animated series, it's a great episode, and it's like, oh no, none of it was real. It's like, well, it doesn't have replay value then, you know? It to me, it loses some replay value because it's like, hey, we can do anything because in the end, we're gonna say, it wasn't real. And that takes
Yeah.
away a little bit at the end. But anyways, I think I don't know. I talk about this book every month on my show. So I'll just say it makes sense that they would lean into it for an animated series. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Um, I don't love it. I don't think that they can do an animated series version that will make me love it because I think it does change quite a few things of Bruce Wayne that are, to me, they take away the absolutes when it comes to Bruce Wayne Batman to create absolute Batman. And I'm like, it's too much. And then they're almost trying to pump it up a little too much. Like, you see, we're so different. But it's like eye rolly. But it does some things like it did a Bane thing that I've told you is I thought that one was good. I thought that was flat
Yeah.
out really good. And then Scarecrow is excellent. And then the Arc M special is a nice standalone issue that I thought was cool. So animated wise, curious, what will they do? Interesting that they would
Yeah.
flat out give Scott Snyder showrunner control. I think partnering him with somebody that has showrunning experience, I think that would be a more what do you want to say, confident way to
Does he
approach
have
it.
show running experience with other
He's been
anything?
involved. His series that he did with Jock called Witches, which is pretty good comic. That's apparently been in development for a long time with Amazon animated wise. And I don't know if he's a showrunner for that or not, but prior to that, I don't know that he like I don't think he has any um which somebody, everyone starts somewhere.
Yeah.
So whoever's making the money decisions on this, they saw something with him that put confidence in them. So who am I? I'm not saying he can't do it. It's just a little surprising to me of like that he's showrunner of it.
I wonder, here's my question. I wonder how much, I mean, we have a limited amount of absolute Batman. 21, 22-ish. I mean, we're only not even two years worth of issues in, and then are we just going to regurgitate what we've had in the comic books into this animated series, or
Yeah.
were they going to, or is it going to be a inspired by type thing and take the premise and do different stories? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I
don't
would
know.
rather the latter, because I've read the comics and I don't necessarily want to see a series, the comic book become live, or not live action, become animated in motion, cartoon, whatever, animated series, and they tell the same stories I just read recently.
Yeah.
So that's
And
would be my concern with that.
I feel like we're a minimum a year out on that one.
Yeah.
On it becoming this, or having footage and announcement of a series, or announcement of the
Yeah.
debut and all that. I think we're like a year out. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's a good question too.
All right. We're not done with animated stuff.
We're not
yet.
done.
I will say this about Absolute Batman, the comic book series. Say what you want, the damn thing's successful.
It is.
And I don't think it's because Snyder is writing it. I don't think it's like, it's just people fawning all over Snyder. That's what Pete likes to make that argument. And I'm like, well, there's a lot of stuff that Snyder did that wasn't very popular with Batman and other, Batman related stuff. It went on, his run on Batman went off the rails for me, starting with Super Heavy. And from Super Heavy on, I wasn't a fan of all that stuff. His run on Batman. The what the hell was it? Was it a Black Label that Joker's head in a jar and walking around?
Yeah. Was it Last Night on Earth or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like that at all. I didn't like his death metal
either. I didn't like death metal.
But I mean, Snyder, just like another Snyder, has fans that will follow him and be like overcompensate how much they like something that he's doing. So it becomes a lot of like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing that's ever happened, been written before. Ah! They have people like that, but with you too, it's like, but somehow it also, for whatever reason I can't explain either, it became popular enough that you have people that aren't comic book readers, hearing about it and are interested and be like, oh, maybe I should check this out. I know this from people that I work with.
It was an easy entrance point.
Yeah. But I mean, there's a Batman #1. I didn't have those same people asking me of like, should I read that? They've asked about this Absolute Batman. Like, oh, you must be pretty excited about it. Like, maybe I should look into it. Like, that was almost verbatim what I heard where I work from people that don't read comics. I was like, huh, okay. I can't explain it. I don't know. It's successful though. Pretty insane.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but if everybody knew why something's successful, everybody'd be doing it. So,
yeah. Okay. That's fair. All right. We're not done with animation yet. We finally got the Batman Nightfall Part 1 Nightfall trailer. The movie's done. People have already screened it. I think they screened it at a convention or something. I don't know. Whatever it was.
Annecy in France. Okay. There's like an animation festival.
Yeah.
Yearly one. And that's what's going on right now or this past week.
So if you didn't know, they've adapted Nightfall, the comic book series, the saga, which is 3 parts, into 3 animated films. And the trailer for the first movie, which that's part, is called Nightfall, as what the original in the comic book is called. Trailer came out. I like the way it looks. They went a little Kelly Jones on it, but not pure Kelly Jones. Kelly Jones-ish. Is that fair?
You can see the influence there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it looked good. And I've read one review, I think it was IGN, saying that they've really they've cut the fat on the comic book series and really scaled it down to make it something really that works really well in this format. And that to me sounds good, because we have like a subtopic we're going to get to as we get toward the end of this episode. But Knightfall, to me, Knightfall, I liked a lot. The premise, the story, where the whole Knightfall saga went off the rails for me was after Knightfall, with Night Quest and Night's End. I didn't care for the next two parts. We'll get to that in a moment. But I think the trailer looks really good. And like I said, I like Knightfall. And I don't know how much they're doing inspired by, or doing, it's straight up, it's straight up the comic to story. They tell, I did read, they stripped it down quite a bit. I tend to like the inspired by stuff. That's why I liked the two Long Halloween movies, and Gotham by Gaslight. I like that stuff. Even Hush. I liked the Hush animated film. I like when they do that, because it's like, yeah, year one was really good, and so was, I think the Dark Knight Returns 2-parter was awesome, but it's the damn book, pretty much. Those are the books. I don't know where you fall on that, but what are your thoughts about the trailer and the inspired by or straight up adaptation?
So you know how we said earlier of sometimes when you know some things, but you don't want to say certain things. I got to talk to Jeremy Adams earlier this year in person and was talking to him about Knightfall. And he said he wrote the first part. It's going to be 3 films. And it's going to be R, because they went pretty hard. And that was all made sense to me, and I was glad. And I'm glad it's in 3 parts, because I think it would have just been in name only, but trying to cut way too much for what the whole Knightfall saga tries to accomplish, is the whole point of the Knightfall saga.
Mm-hmm.
So seeing the trailer, seeing the bat suit, it's not my favorite when he's got like almost like the, almost spiky kind of things on his shoulders, that look of that era of the suit. But it was cool of like, oh, look at that. And then also you saw the exterior of the Batmobile very quickly, but it's the Norm Brayfogle Batmobile, which I thought was cool. And you saw Mr. Freeze design. That was Kelly Jones' design from the comics in the 90s. So it's like those kind of things are like, oh, that's fun. That's cool. And then I just thought it did look good overall. I'm like, oh, cool. This looks, I don't know if they're only showing me part 1, or if we're seeing clips from everything, because the Joker looking like a director, that's straight up from a surprise issue, I think during Night Quest. That was one for me that I really, really enjoyed. Or Joker he's like a film director or something. It's kind of bonkers, but it's cool. But overall, like my overall impression at the end of it was like, oh, cool, this looks good. And then a surprise that we had to wait till September until it comes out. At least that's what like pre-orders have showed up online. But I had a good reaction to the trailer.
Okay. So yeah. We'll see, I guess. Well, when it gets here, we'll see. Judge it then. Can't judge it.
Yeah.
Can't make any determination,
I'm not going to hedge all my bets, but I think that there is a likely possibility that BOF will have some extra special coverage of it.
Yeah.
Coming up. So that's your tease.
There you go. Okay. So this is a topic. We'll finish up here with this is a topic that comes up a lot in our Batman on Film group text thread.
Yeah.
I've even mentioned it. What is a classic Batman story, or something that's a Batman classic in general, no matter what the medium is, but specifically comic books, because that is the original, media incarnation of Batman's comics. I'm of the opinion that the classics should be limited and be extremely significant and special. And I think we throw around the term that's a classic way too easily. That's my opinion. Whether that's true or not, it's for individuals to decide for themselves. Nightfall. I'll put it this way. I'm in the firm belief that like Batman Hush is not a classic. I cannot put that story as a classic. I've talked to Pete about it on a podcast before. Not, for example, same writer, The Long Halloween is 100%. That is a classic Batman comic book story. Period. Hush is not on the level of The Long Halloween, in my opinion. Nightfall. A lot of talk about whether the comic book is a classic. I kid around about it. I'm on the border whether I'm kind of teetering. Yes, no, okay. On it, because I think Nightfall, that first chapter, first part is fantastic. It's classic worthy. The entire saga is tough for me to say, because I think I don't think the next two parts are match up to the first part at all. Whereas, like, for example, Long Halloween, every issue, every part is awesome. Okay. So that's where I fall on that.
So the Nightfall saga, much like Dark Knight Returns, Dark Knight Returns is 4 parts. Only the first part was called The Dark Knight Returns. And somehow the whole story got called Dark Knight Returns. Nightfall, actually, the first part was called Nightfall. And as you said, Night Quest, Night's End. But it's called the Nightfall Saga. So for you, and this isn't gotcha journalism here, Bill, but how much of the whole Nightfall Saga did you read as it came out? Or I guess not even that. How much of it have you read?
Every bit of it.
You've read every bit of it. Yeah. And then you stand
in
by
real time. Yeah.
Okay.
I have all the issues. I've got them all.
Have you ever revisited?
I've reread Nightfall.
Okay.
The other two parts, I don't have enough interest in to go revisit.
So I don't disagree with you on Night Quest and Night's End. Overstayed its welcome for me. I received, because I was a youngster, for Christmas, I think of 94 or maybe 95. I don't remember which one. The Nightfall trade paperback. It's an awesome cover of Batman facing Bane, exaggerated Kelly Jones, whatever. And I read that sucker so much. I still have it, and it's worn, but still in pretty good shape. And the end of that book was Batman laying there after Bane broke his back. Because I was from small town Indiana, we didn't have spinner racks or anything. I waited like 3 or 4 years to see what happened next. So it's kind of haunting to me, like, oh my God, what happened to Batman? What happens next? When I finally got to read what was next, I thought the next couple issues were pretty good, because it's the aftermath of this big deal, this big moment. And he had somebody that stepped up, went a little more extreme to match Bane, and took him down. The rest of it then, up until Batman takes down Azrael, it's too much for me, in the sense of, like, I don't have a lot of interest here. And I got the shortened trades of those two and read them. I felt the same way. And then a few years ago, I got the bigger, not the omnibuses, but the big paperback collections of it that included more. Excuse me. And reading that, I understand the whole context of it all. And I think the whole story has a really good Batman story. It's basically, you can't just have anybody be Batman. Like, Gotham needs Bruce Wayne Batman. And to respect his in Rises, to really get a nice Batman Returns moment, you've got to have time without him to really understand what it's like without him. So I think that point of the Nightfall saga is there. It's great. I think I just think it's there's too much in it, but there's surprises in there of like certain issues that are really cool. But I do think that's my overall thought on Nightfall, and I've talked to Pete about it and Haas, who are two big defenders of it. And I'm not gonna, I don't think that they're wrong to put it higher than I do. I just think that Nightfall part of the saga is strong. Um, and then it does just fizzle out for me way too long until the end of it. But that's where I stand with Nightfall. And then when you say classic, it's like, it made me go to dictionary.com, and it's got like 10, 11 different definitions, but I think you can pull something from each one, like of the first or highest quality, class, or rank, serving as a standard, model, or guide, basic, fundamental, of his literary or historical renown, definitive. Like, yeah, that to me, that's classic. So then I'm surprised to hear you kind of say of like your teetering is Nightfall classic, but Hush definitely isn't, because there's a lot of people I think that would disagree with you on Hush.
Oh,
I think Hush is
know
a
they do.
classic.
Yeah,
I think Hush is a classic, whether you, not saying you specifically, but anybody, like it or not, some things I think can be, even if you don't see it. And I think Hush is. I don't think Hush is of story writing quality of the Long Halloween. And take my bias out of Long Halloween, I think it's just a stronger written story. Heart of Hush, the next story, that is a better written, more concise written story than Hush.
Yes.
Jim Lee's art is A+ on Hush compared to I think Heart of Hush, which I love that art by Dustin Nguyen as well. But so I mean, you and I texted really quick back and forth about this the other day of like, what's a classic? What, like, is this story classic? Is this one? Is this one? And it is an interesting topic, because I do feel that there are ones without a second thought. Long Halloween, Year One, Dark Knight Returns, no question, no hesitancy at all. I was like, those are Batman classics. You can't argue with it. Nightfall, I don't know. There's a discussion to be had. Hush, apparently there's a discussion to be had about it. How recent can something be to be deemed a classic? Like you said, Court of Owls. I said White Knight. I said Three Jokers. I think Three Jokers would have the most people stand up and say no, because that's kind of an oddly split story that people are passionate.
I would say no. Court of Owls. Look, I am one, because this is probably because of my history background, not my personal history. I taught history, and I love history. I like Mount Rushmores of things. I've had several Mount Rushmores of all sorts. The Batman Mount Rushmore of whatever.
Yeah.
I tried writing down what I thought were Batman classics. And I don't have a long list, and some I can knock off. Detective Comics 27, Case of the Chemical Syndicate, is a classic Batman story, and there's a lot of we talked about it we broke it down on Batman Book Club. It's simple detective story, not too long, but it's the first Batman story, so its historical significance is very important. How much? So then the question is, how much should historical significance go into something being a classic? Maybe there's maybe it's a different category. I think everybody's idea of a classic and what makes up a classic is different from each person. What I like to do is I'd love to get like a panel, and the panel come up with top 10 Batman classic comic book stories. Then take the panel and then get an average. I don't know if is that term I'm looking for? You know, what comes up which have the
Yeah.
most votes, and then
Yeah.
make a top 10 out of that. Batman #1, Volume 1, Joker, Catwoman made their debut in
Hugo
there.
Strange, which he's not on the same
Hugo
level as them,
Strange,
but
yeah.
I mean,
Batman #47. Why that one? It was the origin of Batman is told for the first time in that comic book, and it's short. It wasn't even the main story. Batman 217. This is when they shipped Dick Grayson off to college, and Batman at that point, it's a turning point. Batman goes back to being the solo dark detective, street level vigilante again. Batman 251, and I'll readily
your favorite.
admit, and this is like I'll say this with Hush, like, how old were you? When did you read Hush? How old were you? What it, and you know, what kind of impact it had on you? I get the Pete and yourself and Haas, your generation. Hush meant a whole lot to you, comic book wise. You know, talking to Pete about it, I get it. Batman 251, that cover, is that the most famous? It's one of the most famous Batman covers ever. And
yeah,
that combined with the Joker comes back, first time in years. Several of, you know, what was it, 5, 6, 8 years he hadn't been in the comics, or been at that time when he came back, and he goes back to being this homicidal, scary menace villain, truly bad, as opposed to this, you know, a prankster.
Yeah.
Detective Comics 439, Night of the Stalker. No dialogue. Classic. Well, I throw that around. Am I throwing that around too easily for that one? The Dark Knight Returns, Year One, Long Halloween. I just jotted those down. Court of Owls, I have a big question mark in. You know?
Yeah.
Whether I would. And this is really a topic for a whole podcast with a bigger panel, I would say. But
I think so too.
yeah. Yeah.
So what's your barometer?
That's
the historical significance.
Historical significance. I don't think how much, what did it do to move the needle for Batman and in the Batman mythos?
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah.
With that, I do think Nightfall has an upper hand over Hush, moving the needle for Batman. Because with that is it's a small bugaboo, and Haas didn't. I don't think he liked my point of view on this. I was always like, Bane wants to prove that he's better than Batman, so he's going to have everybody else do the work for him and then come in and just clean up. That doesn't prove that you're stronger than Batman necessarily. You're just wearing him, as opposed to going mano a mano. And I don't remember what Haas said with that, but I don't think Haas liked that. I'm like, I feel like that's kind of true though. Like, rather than just take him on one-on-one, like, but I love that first trade because of the, where like every issue is seeing another Batman villain, you know, it was like collecting all of these Batman villains in one story, which is really cool. And I think that's relatable to Hush as well.
You know, I've never thought of it that way, but yes, that is a very valid point. I think in Dark Knight Rises, you take away that part, that it's just Bane. Bane kicks his ass.
Yep.
Batman is not.
He's threatening, and it's natural. You know,
yeah.
Which I'm not taking away the Venom part of Bane and any of that. It's just like it's even more so like, holy shit, because this is a natural human being doing
his own Venom, and he has set Batman up to be at his weakest point.
Yeah, which,
you know,
methodically taking out, you know, I'd imagine that's like a military approach to, let's wear down the enemy and then go in
Yeah, yeah,
and send in
yeah.
the whatever. So it's methodical thinking for sure. But that was just like my only of like, well, is he that much stronger than Batman? Like really?
Hmm.
Because Batman finds a way. And then in Nightfall, Batman ends up he's broken and he rebuilds himself
Hmm.
to come back and
Hmm.
basically take back the mantle. So that moves the needle in Batman history through the Nightfall story. And it's like what I said earlier, it shows not just anybody can be Batman. Gotham needs Bruce Wayne Batman.
Hmm.
Um, Hush, it's like one of those things where, hey, I know this isn't the best, but it's my favorite. Hey, I know this has a movie. This movie's it's got some parts like, that doesn't work, but it's so enjoyable and fun for me to watch that it is my favorite. I think Hush is that, and that's why it is a constantly like a big selling book for DC/Batman is Hush because it is people that aren't big comic book readers. I think it's like, here, read this. It's got the art is fantastic. It's got Batman villains throughout. So you'll get all the good ones. You get to see them. And there's kind of a mystery at it on it too, even though you can kind of predict who the bad guy is pretty early on in it. And like I said, it's not as concise as previous Jeff Loeb stories. But I
If
think people's
if
love for it, I
Hush,
think, puts it in a classic, even though I think it is a classic in that regard. Sometimes you can say of Hush, Nightfall, Hush, like the one words and people, it knows reputation. Which that doesn't always hold strong because bad things, digital justice, you know what that
yeah,
is, and we're both like, oh, it doesn't have a good
yeah.
reputation.
If the character of Hush was a better character and went on to be a A-list significant Batman villain, then I could get on. I could probably be talked into Hush being a
Hmm.
classic. I
That's
can,
fair.
but I can't. I think Hush is not a it's not even really a good character. It's an okay character. Um, I
I
think
think there's room to make him better.
Nightfall, yes, Nightfall. If I had to, like, I would probably I could very easily move Nightfall into a classic. Hush, I can't move. I can't budge on that one. On that one. So yeah, it's interesting. Court of Owls. That's where I kind of come with. I mean, the Court of Owls was a great creation. Scott Snyder came up with. I mean, that is. I mean, it's a group. It's not a single villain, but that
Yeah.
concept is has become very important already and up there with villains. And this is in plural, but it is
Hmm.
as a group singular. Hush didn't say. I think that's so. And but I look at Court of Owls. I mean, is it a classic? Is it yet? And that story is fantastic.
It's really
Court of
funny is
Owls
that
story.
it's always Court of Owls, but nobody mentions Lincoln March.
Yeah, yeah,
Because it's like it doesn't seem like nobody explores that like Lincoln March. Is he really Bruce Wayne's brother?
yeah,
Or not, nobody talks about that. They talk about the Talon and the Court of Owls. And
yeah,
I was sold on I didn't care for I instantly was like, no, this guy is not Bruce Wayne's brother.
yeah,
Closed book. I won't even discuss it. It's not.
yeah.
Um, but it's not easy. I'm put off by things that come later and try to take credit for stuff before, because I feel like that's a cop out. It's it cutting corners in a story. So Court of Owls to be new, but be like, we've been here all along, or whatever. Is like, oh, have you? Like, little eye rolly. But then as the story played out, I think Snyder wrote it so well that it definitely
Hmm.
is like, no, they could be here. Like, there's nothing in here that contradicts Batman history to why they couldn't have existed all along and all this time. And the story, I think another telling of a classic too is as the years go on, things don't age badly. And I think the story reads, and I was actually going to reread it here soon anyway, because it's been a little while. It reads just as like well now as it did when it first came out. I don't think that there's any. Well, there you go, DC. How many of those the DC Comics classics? Is that the line? Is that what it says?
Yeah.
Okay.
DC Compact Comics.
Compact Comics. That's right.
Yeah.
Say it almost told you that it was a classic, so we didn't even have to do the thinking.
Yeah.
How many of those books have you bought?
I don't know. I gotta go. Sometimes I buy stuff and I forget.
You gotta. I mean, I love those versions, but it's a space thing for me. I did it. I got the Long Halloween one, obviously, but then because they're also on the paper that I like. I like that kind of paper, which is very nerdy to say. But it's a spacing thing. I'm like, I would go and buy all of these, but because it's a hell of a deal, $10 for that thing.
Yeah,
like that's pretty good. Where was I with Long? I don't know. Reads just as well now as it did in 2011, 2012. I think that's the lasting power of a classic as well.
I mean, I'm going to turn this into a whole show.
Yeah,
eventually,
because I think I can do more homework and lists.
I'm going to get the boys on here. So we'll end with this. If I had to say, if you got the people on our text thread to come up with, I would say 10, but what Batman comics or stories? We're going to stay with it. We're going to stay under the medium of comics. Would we all? Everyone would. It would be unanimous as a classic. Which ones?
Year One, Dark Knight Returns, Long Halloween, Killing Joke. I'm looking over at Absolute Editions. I think everybody except you would put Hush on there. I think you'd have to say out loud, single issues do count. And then I do think Joker's Five-Way Revenge would be on there. Those ones, I think, like I said, except for Hush on yours, I think would probably be on everybody's, or would be the most.
The top 5, just spitballing this, top 5 Batman classics. The 5 Batman classics made up of the BOF panel. The BOF panel came up with this would be Year One, The Dark Knight Returns, Killing Joke, The Long Halloween, Batman 251, Joker's Five-Way Revenge.
I could be proven wrong, but I'm confident without hesitancy that I think we need people.
We need to do that.
Yeah,
we need to actually do that. Yeah,
because it's because I spent 15, 20 minutes talking about the cookout. This episode went a lot longer than I think either of us were expecting. And I feel like there's a lot more for us to say about the classic discussion.
And you really we talked about this. I don't know if it was during we were recording or not, but you throw in, make it really difficult. Comics, movies, animation, everything, video, everything Batman. And then narrow it down to 5 to 10 classics and with everything Batman.
Oof.
That is tough.
I couldn't do it. I'll just bail. I'm like, I'm not committing to this.
That is tough.
Yeah.
That is tough. All right. We're going to get
be
out of
continued.
Here finally. Yeah, to be continued. For sure.
But I got you to say Nightfall being a classic. So there you go, Pete and Haas.
I can
took you a while to get there.
Let me piss Pete off.
Go ahead.
No Man's Land is not a Batman classic. Period. To me, it's like Hush. I'd put Hush. I'll take Hush above No Man's Land. I think. Let me go back and reread them.
Wow. Oof.
And you know what? I'll say this: when you say something's not a classic, doesn't mean you didn't like it or it's not good. Yeah.
That being said,
I don't.
Do you like Hush? You don't dislike.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay. All right.
It's okay. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Did you read all of No Man's Land?
Yeah.
You did.
It's okay. Yeah.
It's okay. I have not. Pete and I are there's a Road to No Man's Land Volume 1 and Volume 2 omnibuses. I read Road to No Man's Land. I'm about halfway through the Volume 1 omnibus because Pete and I are trying to do them for YouTube channel, and our schedules aren't working out. And it's a long one. And I just have like, I don't know, you know this, and I'll shut up eventually, but it's kind of like, it's not that I don't like Justice League. It's just if I'm reading or watching a cartoon of Justice League and there's no Batman, I'm like, where's Batman? When's Batman showing up? And I think that shows everything, that I'm like, I'm here for Batman. So when Batman's not around, I'm like,
Yeah.
What else do we got?
I'm with you.
And that happens in No Man's Land, even though it's Gotham City and there's supporting characters. I'm like, but I'm here for the main guy. Give me Batman. That's why I'm here.
Too much.
Too much.
Too much. All right. We're gonna get out of here finally.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Sorry about that.
No. Let's to be continued, but
yeah.
Anything you want to mention? You're reviewing Batman comic book, so go to Batman on Film, check that out. I review Absolute Batman. Pete reviews Detective. Blah 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 blah. But with you, you got cool. What do you got coming up on Batman Book Club?
Batman Book Club. June was a good month. Sean Murphy came back on my show. Talk about his new comic that's not Batman, but of course we talked Batman, especially the Absolute Batman White Knight that's coming out in July. That's cool. Our friend Tim Sheridan was on. I got to read a story I'd never read before to talk about that one, Batman Blink and Batman Don't Blink. Those are good stories. That's cool. Coming up in July, I've got Matt Wagner's coming on the show. Somehow reeled him in. I'm really excited about that. And we're just going to talk about Batman and the Monster Men and Batman and the Mad Monk. And then, Bill, you got one too, and I mentioned it before too, the I Am the Night book about Batman the Animated Series. That author, Daniel Dockery, is going to come on the show. I think it's going to come out in August. I'll record in July. It'll come out in August. And then I mentioned earlier Jeremy Adams. I've been talking to him, and I think he's going to come on my show to talk... Well, to be determined what to talk about. Obviously, we'll talk about comics. We aren't going to talk about flat out only his Knightfall movie, but we'll talk about that a little bit. That's what's coming up. So fun stuff coming up.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right.
Good. Yeah. So, like I mentioned, we talked about Absolute Batman. I review it, but the wheelhouse right now is the Batman Part 2.
That's right.
Covering the Batman Part 2, which is filming, and it'll be here before you know it. So enjoy the ride.
There's cool stuff happening in the world, whatever, all that in nerd realms, whatever. Yeah, but it's like that. Honestly, the only thing that I legit really care about is that.
Yeah.
Give me the Batman Part 2. Take your time.
I'm with you.
And then give me.
All right. With that, well, here she comes. Announcer Rachel's here.
Announcer Rachel's here.
Does it live every time. Does these hits live every time. Takes us out. We'll catch you next time.
You have been listening to the BOF Social Hour, Jett's official podcast on Batman on Film. Follow BOF on Threads at The Batman on Film. Follow BOF on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Batman on Film. To help keep BOF up and running, go to patreon.com/BatmanOnFilm, or you can buy BOF a beer at buymeacoffee.com/TheRealBatmanOnFilm. For Jett and everyone at BOF, I'm announcer Rachel. Authoritative, definitive, the original, Batman on Film, founded in 1998.